I'm Rachel and welcome to my channel. Today I have a video that I have personally been anticipating for months now because although Wish has been sending things out pretty quickly and I've been getting things within a month usually this last year, before it would be like 3 months or more that I'd have to wait, but now I've been getting things pretty quickly. It's taken me months to finally get this stuff because I kept on accidentally using the wrong card and they didn't tell me that. They just canceled my whole entire order. Like, they'd say that it was processing for like a week and then it'd be gone, it would just disappear. And so I kept reordering things and using the same card that I had canceled already. So anyways, now months later, because of my fault, I finally have my Wish Houseplant haul! I'm so excited. I haven't gotten one thing in, that's just a packet of seeds. That was actually the whole thing that started this. I wanted to get some of the sensitive plant seeds to see, because apparently they're really easy to grow, and I just wanted to try to grow them from seeds since I killed my sensitive plant. Yeah, it was in my husband's office and I forgot to water it in there, so anyways, that is the only thing that hasn't come yet. Everything else came in this one bag. I thought that this was just one thing in here, that they'd sent it in a huge bag, and I opened it just to see what was in here to make sure that I actually had gotten something that I needed, and because I was gonna make sure that what all I got as I got things. But everything except for those one seeds came in this package, which I think is so convenient and nice because everything gets sent at once when you order like a big huge order. I thought that was awesome. I don't know how, like it has the Wish packaging, so maybe they have things that they send it to a warehouse or something and then they package everything together and then send it to you now. I don't know. Wish always seems like they're trying something different and something new to make it better, but I don't know. It's pretty cool. I'm the kind of person that only buys things if it's going to be like $3 or less, including shipping. So none of these items are very expensive. And I always go through to make sure that I'm getting the best deal too. I go and click on several different of the same kind of product or item, and I will get the cheapest one because I make sure that it's not just free and then with shipping. I like to make sure that it's a dollar amount and then shipping, because a lot of the times you can tack on like a 10% off or a 5% off, and that will work on the regular price, like the dollar price item, but not the shipping. I didn't get a ton of stuff. Like I said, these are live houseplants, not all of them. I got like a houseplant item and some other seeds, but I got 3 live houseplants, technically like 7 live houseplants, because I got some of them came in packages of like 2 or more. Let's see which ones these are, because they sent just a random selection, so they're just 2 little cactuses. I ordered these before, but it was one where it just came as one like 2 years ago for Christmas. Anyways, I thought it would be cute, but I think that these would make really cute keychains, because the one I ordered came as a necklace and it was a little too big, so I just kept it as a little succulent. I wonder if they grow these from cuttings or seeds, but these actually both look really healthy. I'm really impressed and surprised, but they came as the same, so you can't choose what you get. But I really like these little cactuses. I think they'll be fun. I'll probably take these out of here or take one out and then use the other one as a keychain. I'm not really sure, but I found that the one that I had gotten, to water it, you had to take it completely apart, and that was way too hard to do. And this one had other instructions with it in the description and with the pictures that made it to where it seemed like it would be a lot easier, but I don't think it's going to be any easier. I'll have to just put some water probably in here, but these being cactuses, I think that it will be a lot better and easier to water them, so I'm looking forward to seeing how well they survive. I might just have to take them apart eventually. I mean, I'm sure, but with cactuses, the less you water them, the slower they will grow. So as long as you have well-draining soil, if you water your cactus more often, your cactus will get bigger faster. But for these, of course, I don't want to do that because I want them to stay little. And I think it'd be really cute just to clip onto a purse or something. These were $1 plus $2 shipping. So there's other ones that were the same price as that, but they're only $1. And then they also had options for you to get other ones or more than that too. And you could get a little bit more of a discount. But I just got 2 because I didn't need more than that. And I'm glad that I did because they probably would have sent me like 4 of the same exact thing and that would be kind of silly. But for like party favors or something, I think that'd be really great. You just have to think in advance, of course, and order at least 2 months ahead. Okay, so what is this? Oh. Oh! It's so cute. It's a little flat, but I ordered a Marimo, you guys. I was thinking that they'd have Marimos, and they didn't, and then they did, and they're kind of expensive, and then when I went to order this last time, they did, and it says it's a large. I think that's more of a medium, as far as like Marimos that I see, but that's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's awesome. This was $1 plus $1 shipping. That's awesome. For a little tiny Marimo, I mean, it's not that tiny. And Marimos are kind of expensive, you guys. Like, this would be like at least $5 at the pet store. So that's actually a pretty awesome deal. I'm really glad that I got this. And it looks really healthy. I'm not going to open it right now just because I want to keep some moisture in there. But at the end of this video, I will put some rocks in a thing, make a little aquarium thing for this. A little place for this to live. I'm not going to keep this in my actual aquariums, either one of them, just because fish like to eat the moss, and also the algae can grow on them, being a different kind of algae, or they can outcompete each other, and it's also too warm in those for them. If you have like a beta and you don't have it heated, then they could be fine, but I'm just going to keep this on its own, so that way it can stay nice and cool and where there's not too much sun getting to it so it doesn't get hot, especially during this time of the year. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how well that grows. I'm so glad that I got one that was actually that big. I was not expecting that at all. Oh, what? Yeah, I was thinking these would be so fun to put in the aquarium. What are these actually called? They're like these crazy seed things. These were free plus $2 shipping, but they said that they were seeds that will grow, like sprout and be plants in like 2 days. So I'm going to try that out. I won't have that in this video probably. I'll show you. What I'll do is when I'm done with this, I will go ahead and plant those, or you put them in water. And so I'm thinking they might be cool aquarium plants, or I'll make like an outdoor fountain thing or something with them. But I'm going to see if they will grow, and I'll add that to my houseplant tour that I'll have for you this next week, because I need to do a houseplant tour because my plants are doing things and they need to be shown to the world. But that was, I mean, that's not that great of a deal. But this one was free with $2 shipping. But so, you know, $2 isn't bad for a package of seeds. It's just like, it's not like it's that much cheaper by any means. I don't understand how people make money with this stuff because you have to ship it so far. I just don't get it. Okay, so this was just something that I want to compare the quality to my own macrame that I make. And it's definitely smaller than I thought it was going to be. Let's see how much this was. Because macrame is not expensive to make by any means. And I really enjoy making it, so it's something that I can do myself just fine. Right, this was 95 cents with $2 shipping. So this was the same price as it would cost for me to make one of these, basically. I get everything like on sale, or I use my 40% off coupon or whatever. But yeah, it's fine. It kind of feels like cotton, and it does feel really sturdy. It's just, it's a little small, and for me to hang it up, I mean, it's fine. It's just, here. Oh, that's actually not too bad. It definitely can fit a medium-sized pot. I wouldn't put anything smaller in this though, probably. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll try it just to see. But it's fine. I really like how this is just the yarn or the rope on the top. That's why I wanted to get this one. I've made them with just the rope on the top before and it's fun. It's just a little bit more challenging. I think that the construction is really good on this, and if you want macrame, then you can definitely look on Wish and get some for a decent price, of course. It's just the fancier ones are going to be like the same price as the ones at Ross or whatever, and you can just go there and get one. Unless Ross doesn't have one, then just order one off of Wish and it'll be there in like a month or two. Yeah, it definitely does fit in there okay. It's just it doesn't feel sturdy to me. I make my macrame to fit my pots just because I want them to be extra sturdy, and I don't want, but you know, unless it's really wiggling in there, it's not that bad. That's pretty good. I don't know. So I just get a little extra paranoid about hanging plants and heavy pots from the ceiling, and so I like to make sure things are extra secure, and that's another reason why I've actually never bought one from the store. I just make them myself because one, it's cheaper and I can make sure it's as sturdy as I want it to be and it fits my pot perfectly. Oh, I know what the deal is. Okay, I know why it doesn't seem as sturdy. Is because I always make these closer to each other, and then I always do like 3 sets of these knots, the square knots. So that way I feel like the square knots are holding it around on the bottom as well. And that just makes it feel a lot more secure to me, and that it's not going to fall out the bottom. That's really probably not something that's necessary. It's just something that I worry about, and something that I just like to have with my macrame. But yeah, if you're wanting something like this, and this is great, it's just going to be a little shorter from the ceiling. So really the only downsides of this is that it's kind of short. It's actually pretty short. It's going to be a little shorter than your regular pots that you get that are already hanging from the plant nurseries. And it only has 2 sets of square knots instead of 3 like I prefer. But, you know, otherwise the construction is really good. So this next item, this is actually the last item that I got because there are a lot of live houseplants. I mean, what I got was what I got. There was actually some air plants that were live on Wish. There's also lots of fake ones too, but they were the same price as what I could get at the store, and I could choose which ones I want at the store, whereas on Wish they were like random, so I didn't really want to do that. I didn't want to spend $7 on an air plant when usually I get them for like $2. I wanted to set a limit of how much I spent because I think the whole purpose of Wish is to get things for cheaper. And while they had a lot of really cool like propagating stations and some other really interesting things, they were more expensive, and I didn't want to spend like $15 on something that I could just get in the States faster and the same price or cheaper. A lot of the things that were in my budget range were kind of cheap things. Like I didn't want to spend $2 on a cheap little plastic pot or, you know, just different little things like that. So I passed those up because I wanted to make things more realistic of what other people might want to spend or buy, not just like doing this just for a video, because these are actually things I wanted to get. So anyways, enough rambling. Let's get on to the next item, which I had never even heard about this until I was looking at these on Wish. So these, like I said, these were, or did I say that? So these were $2 with $2 shipping. There was ones that I could get just 2 of them for like $1 with $1 shipping or whatever. Or I think it was $1 with $2 shipping. So it was worth it just to get 2 more. These look terrible. But I never heard about these before. These are resurrection ferns. They are a plant that grows epiphytically, so they just grow on, wow, I'm going to have to clean my table. They grow on like logs or stones and things, I think, like rocks. But what is so special about these is most plants, when they dry out, when they droop down and they lose too much water, then the cells collapse. And once they refill with water, the cells can't quite completely reform to how they were originally. Whereas resurrection ferns can. Their cells go back just the way that they were. There's no collapse or instability left over from that. So they can dry out and then be resurrected multiple times, unlike regular houseplants that each time they lose too much moisture, wilt down too much, too many times, then they can't come back as easily, and eventually they just won't. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go get some water and see what happens. So I don't know how long this will actually take. When I was watching videos on these, it doesn't seem like it takes that long. Like 30 minutes to a couple hours, I think. I don't know. This is taking a while, but I think it's already greening up. That's really cool. So I was reading that these are at zone 6 through 11. So that's really cool. I can grow them in my zone. I keep them more in partial shade, of course, but I know I'd bring them in during the winter just because we can sometimes go below our zone in some winters. Oh my goodness, it's so cool. It's totally opening up. Oh wow, and it's greening up already. This is so cool. If you ever watch Homestead Brooklyn, I've seen on her videos, she'll have a resurrection fern opening up, and it's just really cool. I was like, that's what that is. While those sit, I am going to go get my little container ready for my Marimos. Look at how green. This one I put in after this one. I think it's only been about 20 minutes. So we'll set those to the side. So I have some white rocks in here that I already rinsed off and made sure that the water ran clear because I don't want, you know, rock dust in there. But also I have a piece of quartz that I just found myself. So this Marimo is a little moist still, but it's pretty dry. I'm going to just going to let it, oh, it has a little piece coming off, which is fine. Could even take that off and make another one probably. But the way that these get their shape is by rolling in the, like the tide of lakes, and that's how they form a ball shape. So you can actually take these and flatten them out too, to use as moss and things. It's getting rid of a lot of dirt actually. This is like how you clean your Marimos. I'm going to save that extra little piece. I'm gonna go ahead and take that little piece off too. And just keep it in there. And man, that water is disgusting now. And this one I have a little cover for it. Oh, and I filled it up with too much water. Oh well. Yeah. I cracked a few of these open with a hammer. That looked like it would be the easiest way, and I think I cracked a couple of them open a little too much. But I have a cylindrical vase that once these are growing enough, I think I'll put them in there. But that one is floating, and apparently the ones that float aren't viable. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it works. They said on the description that it'd take like 2 days and you'll have a plant, but I think that's for it actually sprouting, because the videos I watched, it takes about a week for you to have like a decent leaves on them, depending on your seeds. So, and then eventually these are supposed to flower. So I think these would be really cool to try and keep in a vase inside and give it some nutrients every now and again. Okay, let's check in on these again. So it's been another like 15 minutes and they've really opened up so much. They're really cool. Maybe I should change the water so you can see them better. Here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it fun. I watched so many wish hauls, just like people trying on clothes and things, even though I don't even like shopping for clothes. It's just fun for me to watch those videos. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to try to do something like that for a plant channel. Well, I don't do just plants, but I do a lot of plant videos, usually about every week. I will have a plant video, mostly just houseplants, and then I also do I'll redo furniture, and I do natural living things and just whatever I feel like doing. But I hope you liked this video, and if you did, then let me know. And I love doing houseplant hauls for one thing, and then doing something that I ordered online like this was really fun. And then I got all these cool plants, so we'll see how they turn out. And I will give you an update on the lotus seeds in my houseplant haul coming up this week. And if you like houseplant hauls, then definitely subscribe and click the notification bell, so that way you'll be notified when that goes live. And yeah, I hope to talk to you guys later. Have a really great week. Bye!